7 p.m. Eastern time. Thanks so much for being here. Shout out to all of our wonderful fire famers checking in to the Chiznat. Love you guys to pieces. And I wanted to talk about citizenship. Are you a citizen? Do you want to be a citizen? Would you want to not be a citizen of the United States? Y'all, I would love to get on the New York City subway. I live nowhere near New York City and be like Prince Hakeem, talk about I renounce my throne as the Prince of Zamunda. You know what I'm saying? Let me renounce. Can I renounce? There's a raggedy ass citizenship from Los Estados Unidos because y'all, it's crazy. So hold on, and I don't even know where I was going with that. I'm gonna come back to that. I want to talk about briefly about the deportations. Okay, Trump's migrant deportations continue. Communities, especially brown and black ones, are being terrorized and under constant threat because, as everybody knew and suspected all along, that Donald Trump was not going to limit these deportations only to undocumented people who had criminal records. In fact, a number of whole ass law abiding fucking people are being swept up into these ICE detention centers, and some people are not being allowed contact with their families. Their families don't know what their progress is or their status or where or if they will be released. And such is the case with a Turkish couple out of South Jersey. Okay, the owners and proprietors of an eating establishment called Jersey Kebab found themselves in the midst of an ICE raid where the ICE officers came in with, I think, big ass guns like M16s and shit, pointing them at people working on the goddamn grill. You know what I'm saying? This is a carry out. This is a restaurant. They serve kebabs. They serve gyros and stuff. You know, gyros and fries. Regardless, the husband and the wife were taken into custody. However, the husband was released, but the wife was not. And the South Jersey community has responded in big outpourings of support, including a notarized letter drive to send to the immigration judge to try to get this woman released from ICE detention. So we're going to go to South Jersey for the story. Let's go, Will.
Community support has been pouring in for a family in South Jersey. They're the owners of a beloved family restaurant in Haddon Township called Jersey Kebab. But more than 24 hours ago, they got an unexpected visit from immigration and customs enforcement officers. Our Jennifer Lee is live in Haddon Township, where the business is closed today, Jen. But loyal customers, they are stepping up in a big way for this family, and they're outraged as well.
Yes, absolutely. The husband and wife who own Jersey Kebab right over my shoulder here at the corner here in Haddon Township, they were taken in by ICE yesterday. The business, as you mentioned, Sheba, is closed today, and you can see there are several people standing outside. One of them at the center in that group is the couple's oldest son, Emine Emanet, and he helps the family run this business here. And we've been seeing customers stopping by all day to offer the family support, also expressing just how upset they are. And, you know, just a few minutes ago, I even saw one of the customers here offering the oldest son a big hug. So a lot of people in this community are now standing up for this family.
When it happened yesterday, I was so sad.
Celal Emanet was released from ICE custody with a GPS ankle monitor, but his wife Emine was detained. The couple has 4 children together. One of them is autistic and highly dependent on his mother.
She's the main person in our family. Without her, we cannot handle this family.
The couple owns Jersey Kebab in Haddon Township. Ever since opening in 2021, they've offered free food to those who can't afford it. Many customers stop by to show support and express outrage.
They're just great people. It's great food. It's a travesty what happened to them. Really, I'm disgusted with it. So is a lot of the other neighbors.
Celal says the surprise visit from ICE officers happened Tuesday morning at Jersey Kebab. The couple applied for green card status and have been waiting for a decision since 2016. ICE officers initially told Celal and his wife to go with them to update the couple's case file. But now the husband and wife have court dates in the coming weeks.
And what happened, you know, I pay taxes, they can check it out my file. You know, I am a very open person, and we have no criminal record, anything.
A family friend started this GoFundMe, and in just 24 hours, it has raised over $100,000 to help cover legal fees and support income while the restaurant remains closed. Haddon Township Mayor Randall Teague says Jersey Kebab has been a pillar in the community, saying, quote, the family's contributions from participating in Toys for Tots drives to organizing community food drives have left a lasting impact on our community. We deeply empathize with the family's pain and are committed to doing everything we can to support them during this challenging time.
And a lot of people are reaching out to see how they can support, what they can do, writing letters of support. It just shows, the character of this family, and that they are hopefully going to pass through this ordeal.
We share everything with people. They know us. We offer free food every day, all the people. We are very open heart.
And we've reached out to ICE. We've also reached out to U.S. Immigration, Citizenship and Immigration Services, and also Congressman Donald Norcross's office, who say they're in direct touch with the family and have also reached out to the appropriate federal agencies. Now, Jalal says that his wife, Emine, is being held at the Elizabeth Detention Facility right now, and they have not heard from her since the incident yesterday. So they are just heartbroken over everything that is happening here. And we did interview the oldest son, Mohammed, who is standing outside the family business that is closed, and we'll have that interview coming up later tonight on Fox 29. Sheba?
All right, Jennifer, thank you for bringing us this story from Haddon Township, New Jersey.
For those that are familiar with New Jersey, of which I am kind of loosely familiar, but Haddon Township is in South Jersey. Elizabeth is in North Jersey. What Jersey folks, what's that? 2-hour drive? Hour and a half? I'm thinking like 2 hours though, right? You're going to move this woman 2 hours away from her family? And for what? Because she's fucking Turkish? Because I mean, the audacity of this administration, and not just because Biden, I don't know if Biden was doing these kinds of sweeps and raids, but I wouldn't put it past them. But for a couple that's been here knocking on, 20 years, have been green card holders or at least green card applicants for almost 10 years. What is the point? What is the whole modus operandi? What is the point of coming to their establishment where they pay taxes, since that's like the barometer of like, should you be allowed to be here? Do you pay taxes? Well, they do pay taxes. So why are we coming to their establishment? Not we, excuse me. Why is ICE going to their business, their food establishment with big guns and misleading them? Oh, we just need you to come with us to update your paperwork. Psych. Y'all are being held, in some cases indefinitely. And there's some things there. I mean, I have tremendous empathy for the family, though it does seem as though they are very dependent on the mother, which I'm sure is the case in a lot of households. But goddamn, like mama ain't there, so can't no food get cooked. they said they're not opening a restaurant. They said the one child has got autism and depends heavily on his mother. Damn, what? She taking care of the autistic child and on the grill? Goddamn. And if she not there, ain't no kebabs getting served. God damn, this lady is working too hard. And trust me, I don't want her to be in ICE detention at all, but it definitely sounded as though she needed a vacation, though not coming in the form of ICE detention. But my point is, she seems to be heavily dependent upon, as all of these folks are that are getting corralled and apprehended and detained and deported by ICE and the Trump administration. Yeah, someone in their family, people in their community obviously rely and depend upon them. I was very encouraged to see the Jersey folks, South Jersey, coming out, and I've seen subsequent stories, Black folks, white folks, other brown folks coming out. They had a whole notarized letter writing campaign in support of this woman, in support of her release. I will keep y'all updated. Hopefully she will be released. But when you have the Trump administration lying and saying that they're only targeting criminals, and and these people are obviously not criminals. I would dare venture to say the majority of the people targeted by ICE also themselves not criminals. And let me be clear, for all you punk motherfuckers that seem to think that simply existing in America, stepping 1 foot across the American border and not having the proper papers to do so thereby begets a crime, y'all are some stupid shits, okay? The earth, let's talk about the earth. Because when the earth was formed, wasn't no goddamn boundaries. Wasn't no boundaries laid down to delineate countries from continents, none of that shit. We were all humans allowed to traverse the earth and settle where we saw fit, where we felt the conditions were best suited for us and ours. And this whole colonial notion that papers please, you cannot be existing on this side of the latitude of the latitude unless you have the proper papers. That is such big fucking white folks energy. That is giant colonialism energy, and I hate it. We need to abolish all the borders. I don't subscribe to borders on planet Earth. You know what I'm saying? If we deporting undocumented fuckers who are on the U.S. dole, please start with Elon goddamn Musk. I am so confused at the folks that are rooting for the deportation of undocumented folks and not simultaneously